I normally don't do these kind of videos where I'm talking to the camera, talking to you directly. But I wanted to do something different and do a change of pace and talk about a couple things, a couple gifts that I got from some friends. It is the season, is it not? For real though, how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves. It is me, Monster Zero, back at it here again with another video. And I'm doing something different here today, something that I normally don't do. I wanted to talk about a couple gifts that I've received this year. Two gifts from two very special friends, and if you've seen the thumbnail and you know about the title, you know exactly who they are. My boy Seismic and my boy Oh My Godzilla. Both of them are wonderful friends, wonderful homies that I was very fortunate to run into this year and befriend, and man, I love those guys. But I'm here today to talk about some gifts that I received from them throughout the year. Not Christmas gifts per se, but just gifts. And I wanted to make a video and just to talk about the figures that I got and talk about the things that I got and just give them a shout out and just talk about, just show how grateful I am. We're talking about Hiya, the Hiya Skull Devil and Playmates Tiamat. Just to give a little context on the gifts that I received from them this year, Oh My Godzilla and me were both at G-Fest, and he asked me to ship some things to him that he wasn't able to bring with him back home, and I was driving home, so I was more than happy to do it. And he offered, for the services of that, just an exchange for me mailing something. He wanted to give me the Skullcrawler, and I would happily oblige. Well, for real, what can I say about this thing? This figure right here. Hiya's Skull Devil, or the Hiya Skullcrawler, the first one. Incredible figure, man. Like, incredible figure. But as soon as he made that offer, because I was going to buy him that weekend at G-Fest, and luckily he decided, just to throw me a bone. He said he had a second one, and he was, more than happy to get rid of it, and I was more than happy to take it. But for real though, this figure is absolutely wonderful. I saw this thing when they announced it. I was a very, very big, I was very vocal on Twitter and on Facebook about this thing, about me wanting this figure right here, and just about how I've always wanted a Skullcrawler because the design to me was always so unique and just always so cool. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for lizards with just no back legs and just arms and stuff like that. We've seen that in some media, and I know this thing is inspired by the little lizard that we saw in King Kong, but this. God, I'm rambling. I'm just so happy to have this thing. You have no idea. The articulation on this thing is fantastic. It flows so well. I'm able to pose it so well. I'm able to just throw it down and just and move its arms and hands just a little bit. And I'm able to just put it in such natural poses. The tail has a nice strong bendy wire. The paint on it is fantastic. The paint job is very, very well done. The detailing on the figure's great. I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up now. I'm not a figure reviewer, so take my opinion with a grain of salt, because I normally don't talk about figures when it comes to this. But I'm just talking about what I love about the figure, and just gushing about it. If I'm being completely honest, I'm absolutely in love with this thing. I put it on my shelf, and every time I look at it, I just have to stop myself because I just want to fidget with it. I just want to just play with it. I love messing with the bendy wire tail. It's a strong bendy wire. I have no problems with it. I see no tears with it. The articulation, again, like I mentioned, is fantastic. Paint job is fantastic. And another thing that I want to mention that I love on this figure a lot is just the mouth. The little gummy texture on the mouth, like the little real feel stuff. Right here, it's some of my favorites. I love it when figures incorporate this. I've always been a big fan of the real feel Jurassic Park figures back in the day, in the 90s. And then the re-release, whenever they did them for Jurassic World, I've always been a big fan of that. I can't wait for Playmates to make their Real Feel Godzilla and Real Feel Kong, but every time a figure incorporates it, it just has a soft spot in my heart. So if when I heard that this figure had a little bit of that in the mouth, I loved it. I fell in love immediately, and then I started playing with it. I love it immediately. And God, just again, I can't stop gushing about this figure. It's so wonderful. Oh my Godzilla, thank you so much for sending me this. Thank you for being my brother. Thank you for being my friend. I love you to death, man. And now we're gonna talk about my other brother, my other homie, Seismic, and his gift that he sent me. And here we have it. We have it. The wonderful, the absolutely wonderful Playmates Tiamat. This figure right here, what can I say about this? My buddy Seismic, gosh, he's wonderful. Somehow he was able to find 3 of these when they were hard to find back in August. He just kind of found them out in public. My man, he's a madman, absolute madman. Knew I was going through it, having a rough time. Asked if I wanted one. He sent me and said he was going to send me one anyway. My brother, I can't thank you enough. I never sat down and thanked you for just this, your hospitality, really, man. Thank you so much for this figure. I love this figure so much. And speaking of the figure, just wow, Playmates. Wow. You guys knocked it out of the park. This figure is fantastic. And for $10 no less, and you pick it up in your Walmart and pick it up in Target, man, this figure is fantastic. The paint job is great. It comes with a little submarine accessory, which I may not know where it is at the moment. I have cats. That's all I'm gonna say. But back to what I was saying. This figure is wonderful. It is absolutely incredible. The articulation on the figure, the paint job on the figure, the paint job on the fins. Specifically, that purple pinkish hue that it has and leads onto the body is absolutely wonderful. Speaking of wonderful, the articulation is absolutely fantastic on this. It's wonderful. I absolutely love this figure. I love exactly what it presents. I love what it offers. I'm able to get this thing into some great poses. I'm able to just I'm able to just like mess with it. I grab it and it's just so fluid. It's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely incredible. I'm able to pose this and it looks so good with my Hiya Godzilla 2019 here. I don't have a pre-evolved Godzilla figure or a Playmates figure, but I have the 2019 Godzilla. But it's absolutely wonderful. I love the way this figure looks with it. I love the way it looks with my other figures. I love the way it looks with the Skullcrawler. It is a wonderful figure. I'm so glad to have it onto my collection. Again, this thing is $10. It's an incredible figure for $10. I love this thing. And I love this thing. The Skullcrawler. This isn't your traditional review. I said this earlier. It's just me gushing about the 2 gifts that my brothers gave me. And I can't thank them both enough for these. These are wonderful pieces to my collection. Wonderful pieces to my shelves. And wonderful pieces to my heart. I love these figures. I love you both. And I just can't stop gushing about these. Like I said, this is really just me talking about the things that I love about these figures. I'm able to just play with them, and every time I play with them and hold them, I think about my friends, and I couldn't be more grateful that I have them in my life, and I have these figures in my collection. Like I said, this isn't your traditional review. Isn't just a traditional discussion. It's just an outlet for me to discuss about how much I'm just grateful to have these 2 in my friends, to have these 2 as a part of my journey as a content creator. And I'm just so glad I have these guys in my circle. Seismic, oh my Godzilla, thank you so much. If you guys aren't following them already, if you aren't subscribed to them already, I will put their channels into the description. I'll post their socials also in the description. Be sure to go over there, give them a follow, give them a like, tell them that Monster Zero sent you, tell them that Monster Zero loves them when you go over there and say hi to them. I again, absolutely couldn't thank you both so much. You both have no idea how much you both mean to me. Oh, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Merry Christmas to you both. Happy holidays to you both. Merry Christmas to the Planet X, the G fam. Again, I'm just rambling. I'm just kind of going off script here. Just wanting to just come on here and just talk about the things that, it just makes me happy. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very grateful for you guys as well. Merry Christmas to you guys. This is Monster Zero signing out. Be sure to like and subscribe if you think I deserve it. Take care of yourselves and each other, and have a great holiday. Merry Christmas to everybody. Take care.